Hi everyone, it's Wendy. Wednesday? Wendy, it's Wendy. No, it's not. It's Wednesday. Wednesday, 19th of September. I look a little bit rough. I just got back from a park with Bella, my lovely, lovely friend. We were walking her fur baby Hayes out in a park in Croydon. So, yes, so I hope you all having a wonderful Wednesday. I certainly had one of the best Wednesdays. I got a free bagel and a free coffee today. So I'm pumped. I had a really good day. Go to Pret. Sometimes they give you free coffee. So
Oh,
that's just a little tip. Just to ask everybody, can just in case I miss it, can you guys mute yourselves? It's just a little mute button all the way at the bottom of the screen to the left. So that I could, just not get distracted by your lovely voices. So what to expect on tonight's event? We're going to have a couple of speakers going to share their story, and then we're going to hear from a couple of lovely people who are going to tell us a little bit more about the products and the program that we have to offer, also about our business, how we work, and how we get paid. And that's going to be it for today. So I'm going to start with my story. And although I have quite a lengthy story because I've been on a product for quite a while, but one of the things, just in case you watched my live on Facebook that I mentioned, is about having a really healthy gut. And I had to really think hard. And I think my emotional state was nowhere near to where it is right now. About 2 years ago, I was very anxious and very stressed and very depressed. Now, don't get me wrong, I was eating pretty healthy. Back in those days, I was a vegan for quite a while. A vegan with a diarrhea, so going from constipation to diarrhea wasn't exactly fantastic, but that was my story. But regardless of what I put inside my gut, it really didn't have much of an impact in terms of how I felt and my hormones until my friend Bella mentioned the magic beans. And then because I was so, I was quite at the low point of my life. I just decided to give it a go, even though all I ever wanted from them was her thick eyelashes and glowing skin, which I hopefully got that. So as you can see, I didn't notice the change in my mental state quickly. And I probably would say I started feeling a lot better maybe 6 to 8 months in. I noticed that I react to things a lot less emotionally. I can think a little bit more rationally. I don't get stressed out about certain things. I don't really react to certain things. I'm not as negative as I was. I wasn't feeling as anxious anymore. I wasn't really having those panic attacks anymore. So I really believe that a healthy gut is also connected to your mental health, which is so, so, so important because nowadays we all suffer from something, stress, anxiety, whatever it may be. So that's just a little something that I wanted to share with you tonight because I've mentioned that I will talk about it. So moving on, I'm going to ask our beautiful Ivy to tell us a little bit about her story, and also she's going to share with you about these magic beans and the program that we have to offer. Ivy, over to you.
thanks, Greta. So, yeah, how I came into this, just a little bit about me, real quick. I'm a stay at home mom of 3 fur children. I've got 3 dogs. I used to work in the corporate world, and I just started having so many health issues that I had to quit working and I couldn't get hired anymore. So, these products were brought to me by a friend, and I over the years tried so many different things for my insomnia, my depression, my fibromyalgia, and just so many different problems, IBS issues, and it didn't work. So when I was introduced to these, I figured, well, nothing else really helped. Try these and just at least say I gave them a try. Well, they helped me out a lot. And what we have here is it's really simple food. It's just fruits, veggies, and berries. And I'm on my cell phone, so bear with me as I do these one at a time. But yes, these are our fruits. These are our veggies. And these are our berries. And just for something really quick here to let you know that you know, when you go to the store, a lot of people, like even me, I thought I was being healthy with the stuff that I was buying, but I wasn't getting a lot of variety. You know, I was a go get broccoli, go get corn, go get green beans type of person. So in these, you're getting 30 different fruits, vegetables, and berries. And exactly for the berries, just for a small example here real quick, raspberry, bilberry, blueberry, cranberry, pomegranate, grape, black currant, blackberry, elderberry, artichoke, and cocoa. You know, there's things in here, the bilberry and the black currants, I wouldn't even know where to buy those in a store. So when I'm getting them here, and berries are really great for antioxidants and for immunity and hair, skin, and nails, which is great because I tried for 20 years to get my nails to grow and my hair to be healthy, and nothing helped. But once I got these, my nails have taken off like crazy. It took 4 months for it to happen, but once it took off, my nails are just insane. But yeah, like the fruits and vegetables, you know, we all know we need to eat healthy. And what they do is they vine ripen them, and then they throw everything, the skin, the insides, just everything in. They juice it, pulp it, they dehydrate it really slowly so that they can turn it into a powder. And then they throw it into these little capsules here so that it's easy for us to take the 30 different fruits, vegetables, and berries. That way we can get them every single day. And it's really nice. And if you're not a capsule person, we all have chewables here. These are our fruits and vegetable chewables. And these are the bags they come in. They're the exact same thing as the capsules. They just add a little bit of pectin to them, tapioca pectin, to make them the chewable. And the nice thing about that is we have a child health study, which they have recently named the Healthy Starts for Families, because it's not just for the children. And so the nice thing about this is every adult order gets a child order from the ages of 4 to 18 and college students free for up to 4 years. You know, and I don't know any other companies that take care of their children like that. I know most places here, I'm over in the United States, they'll have like a kids eat free on Tuesday nights with an adult order. Or I don't remember what company it is right now, but there's something advertising for the month of September. Every time an adult eats, that the kids can eat for the month of September. But for this, you get it 4 years for your child for free to take care of their health and give them all their nutrients. So I just think that's really fantastic. And, you know, within 5 days, I started having lots of energy. My fatigue was clearing up. Within 3 weeks, my insomnia was clearing up. And then when I first started, they didn't have these next little gems. They added omegas in about 2 months, I think, after I started. And the nice thing about these is they're all plant-based, no fish whatsoever in them. It's just pure plants. And with the fish, they get their omega-3 from algae. Well, with this one, because it's plant-based, we have omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9 in here. And so, I mean, that's just amazing. And where did my capsule go? But this is what the omegas look like. And they're just really nice. And they taste good too. Like I said, since there's no fish in them, there's no fishy burps, no fish tasting. They actually taste kind of orangey because there's an orange oil in them. And after I started these, I was able to get off my depression medication. So I'm a lot happier in life. And that's just helped me out a lot. Moving on here, our next product that we have, we've got some shakes. And they're called complete because there's more than just protein in them. They have spirulina, alfalfa, broccoli sprout, radish sprout, and just a whole bunch of different ancient grains in here that, you know, things, again, I wouldn't buy in the store or necessarily know exactly which store to buy them in, but I can get all the nutrients here. And these shakes, they're protein, but they're gluten-free, non-dairy, they're vegan friendly, and they're really great. That one I showed you was the chocolate. We have vanilla as well, which we're out of that because my boyfriend, the shakes are his favorite part. He doesn't go a day without having a shake. He wakes up in the morning, mixes them with some blueberries, and has a blueberry vanilla shake. And if he doesn't have time to do it at home, I just throw these in with his bag for work, and he mixes it in with water, and he gets to have them on the go. So I really love that, the convenience of it. And the other thing too, it's not a meal replacement because we don't promote that, but there's so much in here that it's so filling enough that it almost is a meal in itself. And again, if you're not one for shakes, we have bars, which we've ate them all, so I don't have any on hand, but we have a chocolate bar and a cherry bar, which are really amazing tasting. Just grab them on the go and out the door. But yeah, it's all been great. And along with all of this, whenever you will place an order, you get added to our program that we have for life. In this program, it's the Juicy Body Transformation. It was created by Kira Westwick. She was an Australian Master Chef and an Australian Master Chef finalist, and she wanted to create a healthy lifestyle for her family. So she created all these recipes from nutritious whole foods, and it's a variety of things. So it's not just, chicken or broccoli 10, 20 different ways. It's a variety of meals, hundreds of recipes, and they're very tasty. No deprivation, no calorie counting, just anything you want. She has a recipe for it. You want chocolate? She's got it. But yeah, this is a free lifetime membership. And just so much about this. I know when I started, I haven't been doing like the exercises and everything, but I've been losing weight constantly. Every time I go into the doctor, he is amazed at my weight loss journey. And I'm not dropping, 20, 30 pounds at a time. But he even told me, he's like, the fact that you're dropping it slow, you're keeping it off and you're being at a steady pace, which is actually healthier. So it's really nice to hear that from my doctor after, 7 years with him. And he's just so happy with my results on this. So he just says, keep going. He cheers me on, and it's great. But that's all of our products. And I know it's all of the stories of what they do to help different people. So I'm actually going to pass you over to the person that introduced me. And Dee is going to share a little bit about what these products have done for her. So take it away, Dee.
Thank you, Ivy. Oh my goodness, it's so good to see you. Now I just can't get over that. I mean, I know I see you all the time, but still, it's just amazing. A year ago watching you to today. So anyway, my name is Dee, and I want to tell you a little bit about my story. Mine too is just so huge. So I'm just going to give you a piece because this is an expressive event today. But I started Juice Plus just now a year ago. And it was because I saw a Facebook post from a friend who was having success after trying so many different things. He said he found something that really worked. And he really encouraged me. I was so skeptical because the problems I have are so severe. I'm not saying anybody else's isn't, but it led me to even losing my colon. I have Crohn's colitis, fibromyalgia, tachycardia. I've had heart surgery. Um, just a ton of stuff. So every time I used to try things, you get desperate. And I've ended up in the hospital a couple of times. So, I just wasn't going to do that. Even after he tried it and I love him, I still was skeptical. So anyway, it got to that point. It was back to the hospital or try something. And I'm like, I tried it. Within days, I felt better. I mean, you can imagine having all those illnesses. It's a lot. The worst part of them all was that almost everything I have, the main things are no sleep. You can't sleep from pain. So insomnia was like, my best friend. And eating was totally out. The things you need to function daily just to have sanity was lacking in my life. So within days, I still have fatigue right now. That's part of fibromyalgia, arthritis, things I have. But I was not even able to walk here before. When we first started doing this, I would be in my bed all the time, and I'm here now. So it's not every day, but it's such a big thing. And sometimes, I mean, I get so sick, I can't have the shakes, because those shakes aren't just for a meal replacement, like Ivy said, but they do help us. If you're not going to have anything, have a shake, because it's better than nothing. And sometimes I'm too sick to eat, so I have a shake. And if I'm too sick to even make it to the shake, I know Ivy she loves these the tart bars. Those her thing. I'm a chocolate girl, but anyway, these are my kids, but I still the one I can't get a shake. So anyway, that ensures that I have something to eat, because I have to eat something every 3 hours or it's not a good thing. Actually, everybody should be doing it, I want to say. So anyway, it caused me such relief now. I can sleep. I went from having migraines every like 3 days a week to I think I've had 2 this year. And I used to vomit and everything. It'll just be severe now. So it's so much different, just night and day. I mean, literally, I could go on and on and on. You just have no idea. But if you just consult with whoever brought you here, shared this video, you can read all of our testimonials. You can see our pages. I mean, we're real people that go through this every day, and every day it just continues to get better. You know, as your body heals, things will improve. So that's my story. Thanks for listening.
Awesome, Dee Dee. Thank you so much for sharing. I absolutely love listening to you. My name is Louise. I came into this business from actually watching Ciara Westlake on MasterChef Australia. She was absolutely mind-blowing. It was all about clean eating for her, and I wanted to do something to help me and my kids. I suffered from adult acne. So my face is actually clear now. And my youngest, I have 3 children, and my youngest, she is 5 now, and for her first 3 years of her life, she spent a couple of times in hospital, actually going by ambulance. She was that sick, to being on IV antibiotics, to being on oral antibiotics. I maybe held her off taking the antibiotics in the hope that she didn't need them, and yeah, she always needed them. She was always getting temperatures, but since she's been on the chews, she has not even visited the doctor once, and we've been on them now for 2.5 years. My eldest daughter, she has more energy. She is a real bookworm, so it was a huge thing for her. And my 9-year-old son, he is more settled and more focused. So it's big thumbs up in this house. I'm going to talk a wee bit about, somebody once asked me, is this a pyramid scheme? So I can actually tell you that pyramid schemes were made illegal in the 1970s. Now, this is my new board. I'm hoping I can do this okay. But I'm going to tell you a bit about, I do domiciliary care work. So in our company, you can start from band 2. So I came in as a band 2, and only recently were we upgraded to a band 3 dom care. So this means that we actually have a bit more responsibility. We give out medications. The next position up from that is my boss, Sonia, and she is an organizer. And above her is Melbourne. He is the manager over the older person's team. Above him is the head of domiciliary care, who is Claudine. And then at the top, there is the chief executive, Maria. Now, I don't know about you, but it took me 15 years to get to band 3. I could have worked my way up and been an organizer, but it is a really awful and stressful job. My mum used to do it. But to get to Maria's position, I don't think it's ever possible. And the stress that comes with it, personally, I don't want it. So I'm going to tell you a bit how our business differs from that. So ours is an open top rectangle. the top position is NMD, and anybody can get here. So everybody starts down here as a direct distributor. You could be a doctor, a midwife, an OT, a PT, or just a normal mum or a domiciliary care worker just like me. All you need is to have heart and desire to help people, and you can reach that pinnacle position as NMD. For me, this business is a way for me to retire my husband so that he can be the hobbyist farmer that he wants to be. He's actually off working at the farm, at his brother's farm tonight. And I want to be able to take my husband and my kids away every summer, traveling the world. We've just spent 7 weeks in Australia, which is absolutely amazing, and we travelled about a bit more, and it was great to not have to worry about you know, the money in the bank. And actually we got to spend an extra week because we were only supposed to go for 6 weeks because my husband took pneumonia after camping out in the bush. So I was worried that I was worried in the instance, you know, that the insurance wasn't going to cover the flights, and I'm like, what am I talking about? I have the money in the bank, and I'm so grateful for that. But I'm going to pass you on to Jackie now, and she's going to talk to you about how you don't actually need to know that many people to really start out in this business.
Thank you, Lou. Awesome stuff. Right, so I'm going to tell you a bit how our business grows, and just a bit about me. So I came across these magic beans just over 18 months ago now, and I was such a healthy person all my life, and I never used to go to the doctor for 4 years, and the doctor wouldn't see me, and suddenly I was finding that I felt so tired and I felt so stressed. I was always bad at sleeping, but my insomnia got so bad with my menopause that I ended up sleeping maybe 1 hour per night of restful sleep. And it was really bad for me because it meant that I just couldn't get through a day in front of the computer in my day job. I also at the time was working very hard and just don't hate my day job, but I don't love it as much as when I started it 20 years ago. And so my friend Bella, as you saw tonight, introduced me to the lovely beans, and I trusted them from day one because I trusted her. And I knew her story, and her story was amazing. And I thought, you know, it is veg, fruits, berries. It can't harm you. So I didn't at any stage have a doubt in my mind to actually give it to my 15, well, she was 14 then, my 14-year-old, 15-year-old, yeah, she turned 15. Anyway, I put her on the cap straight away. And actually, she loves them so much that she chews them. She says they taste like broccoli, like apple. And she loves her. She doesn't even have the chew. She has the proper caps. And she just chews them and then washes them down with water every day. And just to illustrate that, her little sister, she's my stepdaughter, and her little sister gets sick all the time, regularly. And last year, Christmas, she was so ill, so incredibly ill, that they didn't actually go to the pub on Christmas Day because Henrietta was running a temperature that was so high that they thought they might have to take her to hospital. Throughout all of that, everybody in the household got it except Georgia. So that was the funny thing. My stepdaughter lives in her mum's house a lot of the time. All 3 of the people in her mum's house are not on Juice Plus, and they were sick as dogs. And my little George went through it, not even a snivel. So woohoo, so there's your vitamin C. And my husband wasn't a believer in the first place, but when I got him on them and he saw his hair growing again, because he's baldish, and his hair started growing on top, he was like, oh my God, I love these things. And he's one believer. So I became won over as a believer. Day one, I had more energy. It's for the most part cured my insomnia. The rest of it is just bad habits on my part. My eating's better. I feel healthier. I don't have the depression that I had. And I don't have that constant, I had an anxiety that I'd never experienced in my life. And I thought, I'm not an anxious person. I'm like right as rain. I'm not allergic to anything. I'm fine. And I just felt anxious. I felt old and I felt anxious. And this has given me my youth back. So I feel like a very healthy, very young 49-year-old today, and so much better for it. So with that came the business side of things. And I was always, I'm not having my own business. I'm happy to be a salaried person. I'm happy somebody else has those headaches at night. I don't want the headaches. I didn't go further in my business. I could have gone up to management level. I don't want to have stress from above and stress from below. I'm not interested in that. I never was. I live a happy life and I'm happy to do that. However, I looked at this business model and I thought, this is very interesting. So Bella said to me, I said to her, but I work from home, by the way. So I work from the home every day. Hello, Bells. I work from home. And I said to her, I know lots of people, but you know, I don't get to see people. She said, you just have to share. All you have to do is share your story. I said, I don't want to sell stuff. She said, you're not selling anything. You're caring and sharing. So you're sharing what you've experienced and what's amazing for you and what you believe is the answer to a healthy life with other people. It's not rocket science. It's really not hard. It's just something we all do. I tell people about my Pilates every day. So why wouldn't I just tell them how amazing my beans are every day? And so she said to me, well, you have a phone, don't you? And I went, yeah. She went, you get on Facebook every day and share all sorts of stuff on Facebook. And I said, yeah. She said, well, there you go. It's easy. And you don't have to know a lot of people. And I'm going to show you why. So I prepared this earlier because I'm not so great with art when I'm on the run. So basically, our illustrious leader is in Australia. And his name is Adam Westwick. And as you heard, Kira Westwick is his wife. So basically, Adam started the business after saying no for almost a year and a half. And he was like, I'm not, no. And suddenly he was, okay, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to bite the bullet. And just to illustrate how successful Adam is, that he managed to quit his 70-hour-a-week business and close the doors on those businesses and go full-time within 6 months. And that just shows you to keep a household with 2 beautiful little girls and a lovely wife, how amazing that is. And today, they are successful and share their success. That is the best thing. They share their success with everybody else that's in their team, which I think is about 600 strong, maybe more now. So Adam shared this with Kira. He shared it with another person. He shared it with Lauren Berry. Lauren Berry shared it with a lady called Katrina. And we actually do have people that are on our chat every now and then that fall into Katrina's stock. So I'm just going to tell you my little branch. So Kira shared it with a few people, and she shared it with a lovely girl called Erin. Erin shared her vision with a few more people. So let me just put their little bubbles. A few more people here and here. And one of the people she shared it with was a lovely lady called Jordana. And Jordana shared it with a few people. And one of them was Tammy. And Tammy shared it with a few people. And one of the ladies she shared it with was Sasha. Now, my friend Bella was friends with Sasha. She worked with her. And I actually know Sasha, funny enough, because Bella used to be my client. And so did Sasha. So I knew her by the by. But she shared it with Bella. Bella has shared the business with myself, with the lovely Greta, who's hosting tonight, and lovely Chrissy, who's not with us tonight, which is her sister. We, in turn, have shared it with our teamies here. So I've shared it with Sean, who actually sits in the UAE, so he's not based in the UK at all. It just shows you how global this is. Chrissy has shared with Lisa, and Greta has shared with a few of her people. Now, the best thing about this business is that Greta, although I knew Sasha, Greta didn't know Sasha. Sasha is actually on the Gold Coast. And Greta didn't know her and Chrissy didn't know her. I just knew her over the phone, so I've never met Sasha. However, I would consider her my friend now. And actually, I know Tammy personally, and I know Jordana personally. So this goes to show that anytime, anywhere you need support, and what we call this is a teach to teach. So basically, one person teaches another person to teach another person, and we call it caring and sharing in our little dream team. Caring is sharing. So if you care enough about people's health and their wealth, you share it with them and they share it with others. And this is what we call the popcorn effect. So you can see little beautiful popcorns popping up all over the world. These people in Australia, the lovely Dee Dee is actually in the US with Ivy. They're both in the US. So they're part of our team. And then we've got Louise, who's in Northern Ireland. So this is a global business. You do not have to be housebound, or you can be housebound, as Dee Dee is, as I am a lot of the time. I work a full day, and this is my side hustle, and I love it. This is the highlight of my day every day. It's what gets me motivated, because in my traditional business, the one thing I have noticed is I'm in the customer service industry, so I just get people do not tell me. They tell me for every 10 times I hear something from my customers, 9 times out of 10, they'll be moaning about something or something won't be right. And that one time they'll be telling us how fantastic we are, even if we're fantastic all day long. And in this business, you only get good feedback because people are being helped and people are being loved upon all day long. And that to me is worth absolutely everything. You know, as far as I'm concerned, I want to live a life. I would like, eventually my aim is to not do my day job anymore and to do this little bit by little bit. I want my side hustle to become my main hustle, because at the end of the day, I want to help people. I want to have a positive outlook on life. I want to be happy getting up every morning and knowing that I'm doing something worthwhile in the world. So if anybody on this call or watching this recording feels that way, this is the team to join, totally, because we're all lovely, supportive souls in this whole environment, whether it's on this call or with our Australian colleagues. Everybody is supportive. Everybody loves on everybody and everybody helps each other. I don't need to have to go to Bella for help if she's not around. If she's traveling the world like she should be, I could go to Dee Dee and ask for help, but she's not necessarily in my team as such, in my tiny little team. She's in our wider team. I can go up to Erin anytime I like. I can even contact Adam if I want to. He's not untouchable like those CEOs in the companies that you have to make an appointment. And if you're the lowly clerk, you don't get to see the CEO. He's somewhere up there that visits maybe once every 2 years down to head office. You know what I mean? So we are accessible to everybody in our business. And to me, that support is exactly what I want if I have to have a business in my life. So I'm going to pass on to, who am I passing on to? Greta, sorry. I'm going to pass over for somebody to tell us how we get paid, the important part.
So Mel, over to you.
Oh, thanks, Jackie. Yeah, I just realised it's been almost 2 years since I started the product and the program. So we've got a new shred coming up, which starts next month, and that's where my whole journey started. Yeah, I was just feeling very run down. I was nearly 45, 2 kids under 3. You know, I was dragging myself around. You know, I just wasn't giving myself the right nutrition. You know, I've always considered myself to be fairly healthy. I'm vegetarian. I mean, I'm vegan now. I've been vegetarian all my life. And I've never been wanting to cope, but I wasn't being the best version of me. And when the program came along, with all these amazing recipes and obviously the whole food nutrition, fueling your body with so much goodness, it turned me around from someone that was just, no energy, putting on weight, to be able to lose a bit of weight and maintain it, and be able to just introduce some amazing meals into my life, meet all these amazing women and just get some positivity in my life. So it's been absolutely amazing. So I'll talk about how we get paid. We get paid 3 ways. So first is our retail profit. And the great thing about the company is that we don't have to hold stock. So anyone can order from me. If I was doing the business in Australia, now I'm doing it in the UK. If my friend in Australia wants to order, she just needs to go onto my website, click on the little global sign, pick her country, Australia. She can order it and pay for it there, and head office in Australia will just send it straight to her. So you've got absolutely nothing to worry about. We get paid on that. We also get commission, and the amazing thing is, and I was totally blown away moving to the UK, seeing the bonus structure. Bonuses. So I'll quickly go over the bonuses here in the UK. You start off as a direct distributor, which is also known as a dealer. When you reach the next level, which is SDD, which is senior direct distributor, you get a £300 bonus. So that's pretty good. The next level that you reach is SC. And when you get to SC, sales coordinator, I'm not sure if that's around the right way or not, you will get a £900 bonus. I don't know I've never really been in a job that offers me bonuses. So something like this, no, absolutely anybody can get these bonuses is amazing. My husband, he's in sales, and sometimes he gets them, sometimes he doesn't, and we usually find out around Christmas. And if he doesn't get a bonus, then yeah, we obviously spend less on Christmas presents. But to be able to get bonuses like these, it's absolutely amazing. You've got the next level, which is SSC, which is Senior Sales Coordinator, and you get £1,800. Now you keep going. I think the next one after that is QNMD, I'm pretty sure, and that's 3,600. But the most amazing one, which is the absolute top level that you can get to, which is PMD, which is Presidential Marketing Director. You won't believe the figure, £28,800. So to know that all of us can get that, if we work really hard and we help as many people as we can, that's for anyone, which is totally amazing. When you think about the average UK salary, which I think is about 27,000, that's totally amazing. So yeah, pretty happy about that. So I'll pass you over to Renata now, who I think will be doing a business share.
Hi. Oh my God, messy hair. Who cares? It's Wednesday, my favorite day of the week. And people kept asking me today, why is Wednesday your favorite week? And I say, because it's the middle of the week. And I'm a Gemini and I love symmetry. So Wednesday is my favorite day of the week because in the evenings, I see all of these beautiful ladies all around the world. And listening today, I just wanted to share something which I think it's so important that everyone has a story. Everyone has something to say, something to tell. And I believe everyone has a dream. And to achieve your dream, you just have to make a decision. Everything is all about that. Easy, really simple. You don't have to overcomplicate it. I always had dreams. I was always a dreamer. And but I never achieved the dreams. I never believed I can achieve the dreams. I've been working in the corporate environment for so long, let's say 14 years, quite long enough. And after a while, it's not really fulfilling. You don't want to jump out of the bed. You don't want to rush in there. It's Wednesday morning. I love my Wednesdays. And also, I've got a 10-year-old son. So corporate environment and childcare and picking up 325 in the UK, it's not really working together. It doesn't work. So I always had the guilt because my son was in morning club and after school club, which means he's been in care from 8 to 6, quite a long day. And he's been doing that since he was 10 months old. So my life in my corporate environment wasn't really the best, because I had stress, which came with anxiety. I had all sorts of diseases. I caught all bugs possible you can just imagine, because the air conditioning system is not the best. So you can catch everything. So you had it all. And in the end, I had a prolapse disc, and that was my time out. And that's when I made the decision that this is the time now I have to think about my future. I'm 40 now, and this is not really working properly. I started already eating better. I was kind of healthier. I started doing exercises, but I overdid things and I had binge eating. Okay, I had to talk about it. I've been having binge eating since I was quite young. So back to prolapse disc, let's fast forward. A prolapse disc made me a decision to learn health coaching, because I thought through my stories, I can help. And if I learn enough, I can help others. And on this coaching course, which was the most amazing thing, I met someone who used to be on our call called Rachel, but she's not here anymore because she moved back to Australia. So she doesn't want to wake up early in the morning. And we became friends, and I was still doing my corporate job. I wanted to be a health coach, but it was pretty impossible to do 9 to 5:30 job, picking up some from the after school club, and then start doing coaching people. So in this state of mind, Rachel approached me and she asked me, what if I had time? What if I could spend more quality time with Max? What if I could help other people? What if my dreams could come true? And I was a little bit skeptical, because I'm coming from a country, I'm from Hungary, and I'm coming from a country which is kind of a little bit judgmental, a little bit this, a little bit that, but not really taking opportunities with 2 hands and say, yes, this is me. So it took me a little bit of time, but I started to take the caps, and within a couple of months, I just thought, okay, I had to give in. This is something I never even thought it would help me with. Stronger hair, stronger nails. My HPV managed to disappear within 6 months, which wasn't even a plan for me. It just happened. Max started the chews, as I was talking about the chews. His concentration is better. He doesn't really catch bugs and flus and all sorts of things. And my mom and the omegas, I know Jackie, you and I, we are the biggest fan of the omegas. I think that is the most amazing product on earth. And even the highest, and those nutritionists and the doctors who are well known all around the world, they started to produce their own omegas, but they don't contain 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. Anyway, so let's not talk about it. I know I can talk long and long about it. But what this gave me made me realize that I can bridge the gap between what I eat, and I know what I should have eaten, and I know the soil is important, and I know the nutrition variety is important, and it bridged the gap, and my headaches gone and everything. So I thought, the product works for me. The program is exactly every health coach's dream. It gives you everything. It's like a guideline which I should have written for myself as a health coach. And I didn't have to, because Kira did. So I joined the business over a year and a half ago. And I I managed to help people. And the most amazing thing when someone tells you that, it makes me feel so good. It helped me with that. It helped my son with that. And I think this is it. This is it. I know I can help more people. My plan is to have at least 1,000 women, because my big vision is to have or create a refugee home where kids can have the support as they wouldn't have from the moms. And also I would like to start a radio station where I can have more people all around the world, more women and more moms. So this business will give me the freedom. So what if it could be you now, it could be something what you can put your heart and soul and have more people, because it's all about helping others. It's all about this community all around. Like, I'm just looking at these faces every single Wednesday and I'm like, wow, we are here globally, and I've got goosebumps, and I get a little bit of emotional. So just a little bit of trying to compose myself and say, if you're interested, if you want to know more, just find the person who shared this link with you or who are online, and just ask the person who invited you to see us, and let's save the world. I know it sounds a bit cheesy, but this is how I feel. So thank you so much, everyone, and hopefully see you all soon.
Thanks, Renata. I'm going to cancel the spotlight video, and I'm not sure if it shows up in the recording, but maybe we can see all our beautiful faces. And good night from my house to your house. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you all soon.
Jack, you need to stop recording.
I know.